So 2 days back, OnePlus went ahead and launched their 7T and the much anticipated OnePlus TV. And I was lucky enough to get my hands on the 7T, but most importantly on the OnePlus TV as well. Today we're going to have a quick review and first impression on the OnePlus TV. My name is Sai and welcome to the 8-Bit Global. The first thing you notice with the TV is the 4K resolution 55-inch QLED panel, and like every QLED, the blacks look really deep and black. The colors look vibrant and natural and didn't look really oversaturated. I didn't have a chance to really view something on YouTube or on Netflix or Prime due to the network connectivity, but I requested them to play a video directly from a pen drive. The native 4K did look fantastic, smooth, crisp, and easy on the eyes. Now, with regards to viewing angles, OnePlus is using a technology called advanced anti-glare technology, and this is apparently going to give you a better, viewing angle from whichever angle you're viewing the television. Regarding the glare, though, probably because I was in a brightly lit up room, there was a slight glare, but there shouldn't be a problem when you're viewing this at home. With regards to motion blur or smoothness of the content, OnePlus has gone ahead with the motion estimate and motion compensation algorithm, which is MEMC. And what this does is basically, if you have a footage with say 10 frames, automatically the algorithm will just attach or predict another frame between the first and the second frame, so your content looks smoother and it looks even better. The feature here is that OnePlus has actually partnered with Dolby, and we have Dolby Atmos and Dolby Vision inbuilt on this television, which is a great thing, which works right out of the box. And if you view it firsthand, you'll realize how different and how drastic it is when you view it to a television which doesn't have this feature. But bear in mind that this will only work if your content, the content which you're viewing, also supports Dolby Atmos and Vision. So just because the TV has that feature doesn't mean that every content you view will take advantage of the Dolby Digital Atmos. And the bezels are really thin and minimalistic, which is good. It's obviously good because you have more viewing area. With the stand, it looked a little contemporary for my liking. The backside as well, it was a really massive stand, and it's oval with a clean finish, but not something which I would like on my tabletop. I would rather mount it on the wall because that would be the ideal way to view it. Regarding the mount bracket, I have not really googled enough, but it looked like there was screws, and it looks like it is going to be Mesa compatible. Probably 200 mm, but I will find that and I will check that out because even the guys working there were not sure about it, but it should be Mesa compliant. Moving to the back side of the television now, OnePlus has gone ahead and actually covered this with a carbon finish. If you remember the OnePlus phones, initially they had kind of a skin of a carbon skin, so they have covered the entire television with this. Speaking about the inputs now, we have 4 HDMI inputs, which includes one HDMI ARC. It has an optical in for your sound input. It also has a 3.5 mm jack in case you want to connect like a speaker or something like that. It has a LAN cable for your LAN connection for internet. It has and I think it has an antenna. So pretty much a good mix of inputs, and in case you have more than one device to be connected to your television, you're good to go there. Along with this, for USB to play from the USB storage, you have a USB 2.0 and USB 3.0, which is always good. And another thing which I really like about this is that there is a backplate which can actually hide all the cables which are connected to your television, which is fantastic because now you can connect like four HDMI to your four HDMI ports, and you can just they didn't have the backplate, but you can just put the backplate and all these wires will be hidden, and you can route these wires directly to the back of your TV and to your appliance, and it might help for your cable management, and it would definitely look better. Coming to the operating system, now this is powered with Android TV, and it is going to actually, OnePlus has claimed that it's going to give all the updates, latest updates on the air for the next 3 years, which is fantastic. They've gone ahead with Oxygen Play, which is kind of a catalog of all the apps, the video apps and the music apps. At one glance, you can just quickly scroll through all the apps at one glance, which to me is good. Apart from the fact that you can actually go ahead and open a separate app if you want, and also search. But if for a naive person who doesn't really want to search a different apps, you can actually have a glance, see all the apps and all the content that you have in one go, which is fantastic. Along with this. It's worth mentioning that Netflix was not installed on the TV, the demo TV which we had there, and also during the conference it was told that Netflix will be added later on in this coming year, so we have to watch out for that. Now, OnePlus also has gone ahead and come up with OnePlus Connect, which means that you can actually connect, or rather actually use your phone as a remote to control your television. And what I mean by this is not just your volume or you're changing your input. You can also control your built-in apps, or the apps you install, like your Hotstar, your Prime, your Hungama TV, whatever it is. There are supported apps which you can actually control remotely via your phone, which is fantastic. But the catch is that this was only going to work provided you have anything greater than a 60, as per what I have got information from the consumers, or rather the specialists at OnePlus. So if you have anything below 6 and you want to use the OnePlus Connect, OnePlus said, screw you. Speaking about the remote is very minimalistic. It has an aluminum brush finish. I would have liked if this was black, but anyways. So it has like 5 or 6 buttons. It has a dedicated Prime button to go to Amazon Prime, a voice assistant button so they can give your voice commands, and you can see a small microphone for your voice input. It has a back button. It has a dedicated Oxygen Play in case you want to go directly to Oxygen Play, and back button. And at the top, it actually has the trackpad to scroll through up and down through your content. At the side, it has a volume rocker to increase your volume, decrease your volume, and this does not have any battery, physical battery to be removed and put. You just have an inbuilt battery, and you connect to your charger, and you actually charge your remote. Now, apparently this remote will also light up once you actually charge it, and you get to know how much your battery percentage is. And I'm pretty sure on the device itself, on the TV itself, it will give you an option to check your remote's battery percentage. But I was not able to charge this remote due to whatever reasons. So they told me that you can actually see the battery percentage on your on the device, on the remote itself, but we'll see how that works out. So this was the Q1, and this is priced at 69,999 Indian rupees. Now, OnePlus has also gone ahead and launched the Q1 Pro, which is different from the Q1 Pro, but with one aspect, and that is the Q1 Pro has a soundbar. Now, the soundbar single-handedly increases your price from 69,999 to 99,990 or 99. So this soundbar itself costs about 30,000 Indian rupees. Now, first of all, the way the soundbar is programmed, or rather is designed, is fantastic. Every time you switch on the television, it just slides down slowly with a glow of LED light popping up. And every time you switch it off, the same thing happens, but in a reverse order. So that is fantastic. They have to give it to OnePlus for designing this unique feature. Specifics about the speakers is that it has 8 speakers computing to a total of 50 watts. There are 6 speakers which are front facing and 2 speakers which are back facing to the back. The 6 speakers in front, we have 4 speakers which are full channel speakers, and we have 2 tweeters which are actually for higher frequency. And at the back, we actually have 20 watts, 65 hertz or 60 hertz speakers for deeper bass. And all this configuration, when combined with digital Dolby Atmos, is supposed to give you a cinematic experience while watching your movies or your online content. Now, if you ask me, 30,000 Indian rupees additional for a speaker, or rather for a soundbar which is inbuilt, is a little too much. I might as well spend another 5 grand or 10 grand and get a dedicated audio system for myself, but that is just me. But probably there might be someone who just doesn't want to go through the hassle and wants the music to directly come from the TV and doesn't want to shell out more money and has that particular budget, then he can go for it. So this was kind of the first impressions and the hands-on on the OnePlus TV. I hope you guys really like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one.